What's up, fellow model builders? Well, I thought I'd do a video, the 6 questions Fastjimmy had up on his channel. Thought they were pretty good questions, and I think I can answer those pretty easily. I think the first question is, what kind of glue do I use? And I use all kinds of glue. So I've used this a lot. I mean, I've used it on a lot of models, and I continue to use it, even though I have stuff like this, which I'm using too. I've used accelerators. I've used this here. I also use the extreme stuff like he had in his video. I use Tamiya extra thin. I use the other Tamiya cement. So I also use, for windows, I use this stuff. So I mean, I use all kinds of stuff for glue. It depends on the situation, and it depends how fast I need it to dry. I use CA glue as putty too, you know, in some situations. Okay, the second question was, what kind of paint do I use? And paints, again, are we talking about painting parts or painting bodies? So I mean, I use a lot of stuff like again, Tamiya. I probably got every color Tamiya makes except the new stuff. I use Alclad products. This one's dusty, so I haven't used this one in a while. I started using the AK, what is it, AK, I don't have my, there they are, interactive colors. I use a lot of this stuff for metallizers. I've used this a lot for metallizers. I've used this a lot, which they don't make it anymore. I use that stuff for parts. I use Vallejo stuff. What else? I've used folk art. Lots of Vallejo stuff. What else is up there? I use Createx. I use not as much anymore. For bodies, again, Tamiya is always, this is what color my truck's going to be. But I use Tamiyas. I really love this stuff, Scale Finishes stuff. This is actually House of Color stuff, but there are other lines. The Scale Finish, you can't go wrong with Scale Finish. Dupla Color, Testers. When I want to do something real quick, like spraying, and I don't feel like breaking the airbrush out, which I airbrush almost everything, but I'll use, I will use Duplicolor just to paint a body. I use Duplicolor primer primarily all the time. So for clear, I use 2K clear. So that's what I use to paint. So third question was, what do I start first on the kit? I usually do the body. So when I do the body, I usually get all the imperfections out of the body. I'll primer it. As I'm waiting for the primer to dry a day, then I'll be working on the little parts of the body, you know, trying to get the sanding of everything done and all the prep work done. I'm primarily prepping that model as I'm painting the model and clear coating it and doing all the wet sanding and clear coating or color sanding with the model. So the first thing I can say I really do is have the model painted. So the body of the model will be painted, just like the bodies I have in the cabinet. I'm working on the actual model. So So that's the first thing I do. Uh, uh, what's the least favorite thing I like doing to the models? That would be prepping, sanding the flash and all that off. That's the least favorite thing I like to do. But do I enjoy it? Yes, or I wouldn't even be doing this hobby. I've been doing this hobby since I was probably 6, maybe a little older, probably between 6 and 8, I would have to say. So I'm pretty sure that's probably a lot of our story out there. That would probably be, that's a long time. So that's probably as long as I've been building, but I did stop, I had kids, I got married, the same story as Fastjimmy had. So there was years in between that I didn't do it, I had to go, I went back to school, learn trade, as a young guy, but, so there has been a period of time that I didn't do it, so, but, I got serious into it about 10 years ago, maybe. And I've had some real glue bombs in there when I got back into it. And my biggest influences were my dad. So my dad did it. My biological dad did it, and my stepfather did it, and my grandfather did it too. So we all kind of did this. So a lot of people in my family did this. So. But those were the biggest influences I had besides this community. This is how I kind of learned how to build to another level, which a lot of us do. So, I mean, social media is a big factor in the way I build, and I've learned how to do all my custom stuff from you guys. So thank you to you guys. So what's the next question here? What is my favorite kit? So I'm taking that as the brand of kit. Now, my answer is not going to be 100% the same as Fastjimmy's, because I do see some AMT kits out there that are really nice. And I think AMT offers different genre than some of the other kits. So we all got to make the best of a bad kit, and I truly believe that, and I think every manufacturer's got a real crappy kit. So, but my least this is my favorite kit, would probably for quality would be in the Tamiya round, but Tamiya they don't really specialize in my genre, so I would have to probably go to Revell, to a lot of their newer stuff. Revell would have to be up there. So Trumpeter, they make a couple nice car kits. AMT makes some nice ones. Not my favorite, but they make some nice ones. Comes to my next question: what's my least favorite kit? And I would have to absolutely say Lindbergh is my least favorite kit. So I've really experienced some bad kits from Lindbergh, and my least favorite kit would probably have to be that GTO by, is it MPC that makes that GTO? It's blue on the box art, but that's probably my least favorite kit. That's the 6 questions, but I believe he had a question in there. Maybe was what was the first kit I've ever done, and that would, the first one I remember doing was either maybe a 27 pickup truck. I think it was the early 27 pickup truck, and I remember doing it green, and I was a kid back then. This is when Toys R Us used to sell these kits, and Thrifties, and used to be able to pick a kit up for a couple bucks. But I do really remember the flip nose Chevelles. They made a red one and a black one. I don't know if anybody, I do have them in my stash back there. And the 55 Chevy that had the little glass hood scoop. Those were some of the ones I really remember working on first. And I have that one in my collection, and I want to bust those out this year and do those as what was my first kit. So those are the ones I remember first. Those are the first ones I remember building. So maybe we can do a group build sometime. Our first reminiscent of our first build. You know, maybe we can come back to that. So yeah, that's kind of what I want to do. But maybe I don't know, somebody can kick that off. But yeah, I'd like to build one of those kits, maybe the flip nose Chevelle again, you know, something that I remember being my first kit. But we were just talking I don't know, maybe a couple of days ago, and it came up on Facebook too, that do people remember buying kits at Toys R Us? And I remember they had a lot of kits back in the day, like those ones up there, the 1/8 scale. They still had the price tags from Toys R Us, and they were $19.99. And I have a bunch of those up there, but now you're lucky to find them for $500. and yeah, so I've been in the hobby quite a while. And I enjoy this hobby. It's better than playing video games. I wish the young kids would get involved in it again. I'm getting my grandson into it when he's ready, which should be a couple more years. So, but I think that's pretty much it. So I am doing the least favorite thing, guys. Well, I'm past that now. I'm doing the primer on that. So, but anyway, so this video is gone on for 12.5 minutes. So I am going to stop the video, and I'll be watching your guys' videos. So you guys take care. Have a good week. See you during the week. You guys take care. Bye.